Welcome to my shop here in South Texas. Today we're going to finish turning this plywood and mesquite vase with a Jameson style hollowing rig with a laser attachment and a steady rest. Here's a shot of the Jameson style D handle, my homemade backrest made from Baltic birch, and the Jameson laser system, which is fantastic. Not sure how I like this, but it's starting to grow on me, and it was a lot of fun turning it, and that was the point, was to get this hollowed out, and I got it hollowed out pretty even all the way to the bottom, and all the way to the bottom is hollowed and sanded and finished, and it was fun. Anyway, let's get on with it. Start the hollowing process with taking real light cuts. After I get through the mesquite and into the plywood, I can take heavier cuts to remove the material a little bit faster. And you can see the plywood just beginning to show. I use a piece of copper wire to clean out the shavings as I go along. I stopped to adjust the laser, but I couldn't find my Jameson credit card that I used to help set it up, so I just used my hand. You can see the laser as it reflects off the steady rest wheel as I'm turning left hand side. You can just make it out. As I was progressing with my cuts, I found that the laser was starting to hit the top of the steady rest, so I had to move the steady rest forward a little bit and then move the laser in and over the steady rest to start turning behind the wheels of the steady rest. Every time I brung it out to clean, I'd have to remember to pick up on the handle, otherwise I'd knock the laser out of alignment. I've reached the bottom of the vessel and the hollowing is complete. I remove the laser and the boring bar, and I clean it out and get ready to sand. To sand, I took a 1/2-inch dowel and I cut a slot in it on the bandsaw to hold folded pieces of sandpaper. This worked out really well, and I went through all the grits. I'd sanded this in the part 1 video, but I'd skipped a step. I didn't put the sanding sealer on. So I brung up the tailstock, and I went back through the sanding process. And then I added sanding sealer to it with a foam brush. I used 50/50 lacquer and lacquer thinner. To finish the bottom of the vase, I turned the jam chuck. I brought up the tailstock for support, and I finished the bottom with my 3/8 detail gouge. I added a couple of grooves to give it some interest. And I just hand sanded the bottom. Before I put the finish on, I lightly rubbed it down with 4/0 steel wool. Finish was just the homemade beeswax, BLO, and turpentine mix. Please take the time to subscribe, and thanks for watching.